Oh my goodness, hello and welcome to the Unremarkables. I've missed y'all so much. I've missed y'all so much. Whichever y'all thinks applies to you, it does. Hello and welcome to our Master Next Generation game. I am Robbie Rowan, the GM, but that doesn't matter because we've got 5 incredible cast members to introduce and maybe reintroduce, hopefully, to all of you fine folks. But I can't just go in a specified order that everyone can be comfortable with and know what's going on, because this is Roll for Chaos after all. So we've got to make it just a touch more chaotic and, confusing. So I'm gonna roll, and we're gonna see who we're gonna talk to first. Well, first up, down in one of our corners, we're gonna say hi to the big Bees.
Hi.
Tell us about yourself, who you are today, who you playing.
What is up, everyone? Big B's here. I am playing Ethan, also known as Seismic, the Nova of the group. He had a very emotional episode last time, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
And I'm going to just spring this on y'all now because I've been inspired. Can you give me what you think one fun fact from Ethan's Spotify Wrapped would be? Because I do really need to know.
Let me see. I think Ethan would definitely listen to Daft Punk.
Incredible. Like a concerning quantity of Daft Punk.
I mean, concerning to whom?
That's a yes. All right. So moving on, we're going to go to the person who has the most fun audio equipment, the NB Dare.
Hi, I'm Dare. How's it going, everyone? I'm sorry, my brain's all full of Spider-Verse stuff now. Anyway, hi, I'm Dare. I'm playing Legionnaire. She, her for Legionnaire. Any for me. Less on the he though. Spotify Wrapped stuff, huh? Top 3. I got you. Mitski, Girl in Red, Phoebe Bridgers. She's not doing great. All right, let's keep it moving.
Incredible. Speaking of incredible things, let's move on to the person with the wonderful beanie. That's the Ruby Hart.
Hi, how's it going, everyone? My name is Ruby Hart, and I am playing Umbra, the teleportation through shadows, insane gender fluid being in this campaign. As far as Spotify Wrapped, I think the most listened to song, because I think that everything on their Spotify refreshed when they hit this dimension,
Yes.
or at this timeline. Is the I Want to Hold Your Hand cover from Across the Universe. But I think they also listen to a lot of like Simon and Garfunkel and Hall and Oates and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yes, incredible. I'm so glad my brain intrusively put this in my head. Moving on.
I think that there was a lot of other music they listened to, but it doesn't exist in this time, and all the rest of it just like wiped.
Incredible. That's very fair. Moving on to our next wonderful person. Oh, Adelaide.
Yeah, I'm Adelaide Gardner, or Adelaide on Twitter and everywhere else, and I play Fantasia, our Outlander. That's Scotland.
She could be an Outlander.
She could, I can't do a Scottish accent. I can do an Irish accent. I can do a British accent. Can't do a Scottish one. Her Spotify Wrapped, I don't know if she necessarily would listen to Spotify too much, but she would definitely, I feel like she's like on like a Eurovision trip right now. So like she would just watch like the bizarre Eurovision music videos over and over.
So
and
really
like just assume this is how people in Europe dress.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I love the idea of that being the entirety of
my European experience.
Europe. Yeah.
That's it.
Love that for.
Are they aliens?
Wait. I thought there were no other aliens. Incredible. And last but exceptionally not least, we have the wonderful JB.
Hello, friends and enemies. My name is JB. Most of you know me as Drop the Die on the interweb. Tonight, I will be playing Armored Nuclear Gigaflop, your transformed hero. What's a Spotify? Is that a music thing? It sounds music. Okay, so we're halfway there. What's a wrapped thing? Is that what you listened
I don't
to?
Spotify, but it's basically a summary at the end of the year of like the most listened to songs,
Okay.
moods, things like
Okay,
that.
most listened to. I'll go with maybe. Ooh, the Ink Spots. Possibly that Billie Eyelash girl. She's nice. That was a good one. Badman.
I only remember the four tops from my day.
I remember. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't listen to any music. Whatever you think, Gigaflop probably listens to it. Probably a lot of K-pop. Put it on whatever speed he needs to so that he can synthesize the data, because he doesn't actually hear it. He just knows it played. So yeah.
Yeah, that is fair. I did realize as soon as we came to you that you can both be listening to all of it or none of it, kind
Yeah.
of whenever you want.
A lot of Chopin, but played backwards, and over top of it is that weird brown noise beat. So yeah, like whatever. Probably some experimental stuff.
Incredible. And now I do want to hear that. I know it's probably not going to be great, but I do want to hear that. Anywho, those are our wonderful players and our wonderful characters. So let's remind ourselves where we've been. It's been a hot second, so let's go a little bit back. On the first day of school, these 5 wonderful people were introduced to each other, as their high school does allow empowered students, but doesn't make it known who they are, in order to, as the principal puts it, prepare them for the real world, which, other than Sanctum City, is very anti-empowered or super individual. And so, as they were having a brief break after being, mildly berated by one of the staff members at the high school, there was an incident in which they later learned someone whose power they have almost no control over's restraining device was sabotaged. And so we have not seen the exact fight, although we have seen the very aggressive aftermath. But after saving that individual and the surrounding area, the group became a little more of interest. After some maybe slight kidnapping and robot attacks, the group was reintroduced to Boomerang, the kind of semi-retired superhero that worked for the city a long time ago, who witnessed the first day of school, although it was not their first day of school, obviously, and had hit a dead end in their investigation, and so asked this group if they had any ideas and for a bit of help. And so they did, and they went to the individual whose sabotaged safety equipment led to all of this, an individual by the name Kinesis, to their workplace, and found their stuff they weren't supposed to have down there, then found their secret lab, found their secret projects, secret text and messages between them and the group, in a group called Echo, which is a previously almost like, internet legend group standing for the Empowered Containment, Handling, and Observation. And then may or may not have gotten in a fight with a couple of those agents. And so after our wonderful legacy being buried under maybe a good third of a museum, the wonderful Umbra and Seismic being teleported away and having a very emotionally rough conversation, and Fantasia and the 2 most obvious members of the group having to try and sneak away as all of the press closed in around them.
It was fine. It was fine.
It was totally fine. We finally got to have the bit of the decompress as the group reconvened at our wonderful legacy's sanctuary. And the immediate moment we left off on was, first of all, Jameson and Leah were having a wonderful, very wholesome talk, walking to get some food. And then Leah was just on the phone, and their cousin, who works with the founders, the very lips sealed entity that founded and maintains peace and prosperity through the city, calling and asking, yeah, hey, cuz, do you want to tell me why I'm seeing you on the latest security feed for some shit that just went down the museum today?
No.
Okay, well, I really like that is the answer I should have expected and been prepped for you to say. I guess the more pressing thing is it is here. I am seeing it. And because I see it, there's a lot of things that means.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but like, is this going to be a big family thing again, or is it worse or better?
Well, so, this is a learning moment. This happened multiple times with me, but I wasn't also at the security booth. So we have kind of two paths. Yeah, Jameson is 100%. Basically, either I'm not the only member of our family to see this, and then you get to have a fun time with everything that I'm seeing here and what happened, or I can delete this. But fun fact, the fact that a member of our legacy was in a piece of evidence video, there's a program that tracks that, so your family will know that you were in a video, but that it's no longer there.
See, but what's that sounds like there's a but or some sort of offer there next, and that's the part I'm afraid of.
The offer is I wish I had the option to choose. They're both bad options. But I do have the power to let you choose one of those two paths right now.
All right.
But also, I'm sorry, but it does have to be almost, not literally right now, but you know, like the email, like the notification's already out. Your mother's probably already seen it, right? It's not a.
This is the price it takes of helping save people. I save lives. We're on to something big and important and good. So I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm not gonna. What's another yelling at from mom? It's fine.
Okay.
Hero means doing the good stuff even when you know bad things are gonna happen.
All right. If you need, I don't know. I mean, I have my own place at this point, so I guess if you need a couch,
There's no way shit can throw me out.
That's fair. You can't be seen bumming on my couch. What would people think? Okay.
Thanks for looking out, cuz.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what kind of cousin would I be?
Fair enough. You care more than you let on, so it's
I don't know what you mean. In fact,
Yeah,
I've already
I won't tell.
already
I won't tell my
edited
mom that you've
an evil
offered
mustache.
this either.
Wow, thank you so much for not. Thank you. I really appreciate you not making me lose my job. That's very kind of you.
I'm not going to do that. But I got pizza, and I need to have a talk with the rest of the team. So
much more important stuff. I get it.
No,
Let
all
me
right, don't. All right, bye.
Okay.
What the hell was that?
That was my cousin. He works for the founders, and he happened to see the footage of me,
Fuck.
and he had tried to just give me the choice of whether I wanted to own up to it and let like my folks find out or not. And I said to let him know I'm not gonna start erasing evidence of bad start to being a hero. Doesn't feel like a heroic move to me.
No, you did the things that you did earlier for a reason, and you're trying to make good on your morals. I don't see how that. Then again, they are your parents.
Yeah, you guys will meet them one day. My condolences when that happens.
Are you gonna need backup now, or do you not want us to take that step yet? I
You'll
know
know
meeting the
if a
parents is a
phone-
very big thing.
All right, you'll know if a phone rings again, and you know how fast I'll get moving if it's my parents, and I could use backup this time. Maybe seeing all of us that we knew what we were doing, or at least helped.
Which ringtone is theirs right now?
All American Rejects gives you hell.
Yeah, that tracks.
All right. Anyway, Pizza. Should we have the leader talk with the team? See if we want leadership. How's that working?
Yeah, let's talk to the team and see how they feel about it. I would feel much more comfortable if that was a group decision.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And then we head back over to the group, I guess.
Briefly, what are the three of you doing unsupervised?
And that's why air fryers are just toaster ovens.
Yeah, but you
Thoughts?
don't put toast in them.
You can.
You can, but it won't come out right. Remember when I tried to make garlic toast in one of those? That still haunts my dream.
Fair.
Oh, hey. Welcome back.
Hey. So Leah had an idea, and wanted to pitch it. Do you want to do the?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. She like stands like she's giving like a school presentation, like hands go behind her back. Like weirdly more prim and proper than even she expected she'd be. So, whew. So do we want a leader? Just in case stuff happens and gets like hectic like it was? Do we want someone to be able to make sort of call shots or
I assumed Umbra was.
Yeah, I agree with Sam.
You assumed that? Oh, looks to Leah just like, wait, what?
I like to do the shrug of like, I mean, I asked you what you thought for a reason.
Yeah, you seem to always kind of know the future anyway, so.
You seem to have access to information far beyond the realm of my capabilities.
I mean, if you all, and it's Jamie just has this look on his face of, how in the world do I process this information, and just like trying to keep calm. Yeah,
Oh,
I
was
mean,
that supposed to be a bigger ask? My bad. Maybe did I do so?
what?
He's like
No.
moving his hands
No,
nervously.
no. Just
I mean, we should put this to a vote. It's very, very important.
I mean, having. Sorry, I'm just. I've never been. I've never been a team leader before. But I know that when it comes to superhero teams and sports teams, it's always good to have a captain to help make the harder calls to make sure everyone's unified. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
As team captain, I have a question. Do you think toast can go in an air fryer?
I mean, anything can go in an air fryer. It's just a matter of what you actually want to happen as an end result.
Thank you.
I have a good question to lead on to this. Then, is the ocean a soup?
In this
Yes.
case, are you saying that the Earth is the container?
Yes. See, and there's seasonings like ocean stuff in there, and like vegetables like seaweed.
Well, and on top of that, you do have creatures in there. They're not exactly cooked and prepared, though. So I would say it's definitely a liquid that could be used to make a soup. I wouldn't say that it's a soup in its current state, though.
Now with that attitude.
I think it's a soup. I just don't think it's a good
What
soup.
about steam vents? Interesting. It is a soup that's not yet been brought up to boil.
Soup
It
prep.
is in certain parts, and we don't want it to get to boiling.
Well, that's a whole other. Steam is a whole other state of matter. So you would have to do all sorts of reducing it down to a completely different state of matter. That's like saying that a rain cloud is also a soup, even though right now it's just vapor. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay. I guess Leah had proposed the idea of potentially her or potentially me or potentially both of us helping lead the team, and if that's something that you all are comfortable with, we could put it to a vote or just talk about it. Yeah.
I think the people like you as a leader.
If you want, we can vote.
And Jamie just stops and looks to Ethan.
What? Did I say something wrong?
No. Okay. Yeah, in that case I haven't done this before, so goodness knows I probably will make mistakes, but if that's how you already think of me,
We are all very adept at making mistakes. We've proven that.
I don't know. With this professional team we have here, I don't know if you'll, you get one chance to mess up.
Okay, I get it. I'll do the best I can to help with leading and helping call more difficult shots and try and make sure that we don't get into too much trouble whatever happens. Does that seem fair?
During these panels, Gigaflop has taken apart that weird mechanism that he made a few sessions ago and is repairing the jukebox. So finishes it, cuts it on.
Mm-hmm. All right. In that case, what do we know at this moment? Like, I think that one of the things that would be really important to help us with this case is kind of laying out what we have on the table, trying to figure out what comes next. Here, hey, Leah, do you have the chalkboard sitting around anywhere?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just like go. I probably do have like a nice big study board. I go grab that from another like just unseen corner of the room, and just pull that.
Yeah. And after you erase all
It's
the
covered
notes on,
in an elaborate cartoon of the four of you, like caricature style, but like kind of uncanny valley. Just really, and they're just like factual, like incorrects. Like, I don't know, one of you just like doesn't eat candy and you're chewing on a lollipop or something, and just not good, but like weird good. I don't know if that
Hyper
makes sense.
stylized.
Yeah. And it fills the entire board. It's
Are
like
my eyes this color?
Oh my god. Fantasia, this is amazing. Immediately whips out the phone and like takes a bunch of pictures of it just to make
Why
sure
am
that
I
it's
so
fully
short?
captured before erasing.
The phone captures all kinds of bands of light that we're not fucking used to, but we don't know it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. This is how long did this take you?
weeks.
A few weeks?
And I guess, yeah. Here and there.
Trying to put together the math of when in
Well, I get
all
left
this
here alone a
Nice.
lot, and I don't have anything to do other than play video games, and I've beat all the video games, so
Gigaflop,
Fighting games. How do you beat them?
Gigaflop
I beat
walks
them.
over,
You could beat
and-
them.
touches the very edge of the whiteboard, and makes his stomach that, and
It
says,
says,
"Here,
"Game
don't
over."
erase that. That's fine." Squeak, squeak, squeak. He tests it out so you can write on him, and then he hands the pen to whoever's waiting.
The human whiteboard.
And then we'll immediately take the pen and start writing things down. Okay. So thus far we know and realizes that he had started writing on Sam's belly. Is this gonna be a problem?
No, disassociating touch. Go ahead.
It's like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Okay. So we know that Echo has something to do with this, and then now writing, like, Jamie's trying to hold in as much laughter as he possibly can. So we know that Echo is associated with this. And you said that Dr. Jelkin is someone who's been helping you, right?
Accurate.
Do you think that we could, or even if you want to do this with just another person with you, we don't all have to go, but would you be okay with asking Dr. Jelkin about if they know anything about Echo? Because that might be a really good lead.
I send that video clip to Dr. Jelkin.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask that you roll to unleash your powers because it is now in the hands. You could just send your video feed if you'd rather. But if you want to get the security cam footage,
No,
it's
literally the video clip of Umbra asking me to do that is what I send over.
Oh, incredible. Also, at this point, bing, Ethan, you get a text message from Dr. J because you gave him your phone number, and it has another phone number. It says another doctor that works at my lab has been doing martial arts for a long time, so it would be more than happy to help you out.
Saw a
Text him when
message
you have
back.
time.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You get like one thumbs up emoji for each thank you. You get a very quick response, Gigaflop, of like, what do you want me to do with this?
What do you want him to do with this?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Contacting Jelkin. And I'm actually just going to call him and open it up, conference call to whoever's in the room.
Like
Being
a video or
between
just
is difficult.
audio?
Just audio is fine.
Hello?
Hi, is this Dr. Jelkin?
Dr. Jelkin, this is my team.
Okay, hi.
Hi,
Jameson speaking.
yeah, hi, I'm Jameson.
They waved. I'm not sure why.
Sorry, I'm not used to communicating through, because for some reason my brain just immediately pictured like you opening your mouth and just going, and then Dr. Jelkin's voice coming out, and then you also
Silly
talking to me
fool!
in between.
I don't have a mouth.
Hey.
Oh god. But just being like, I don't know if it's a video feed that's being captured or if it's just my
just
voice.
audio.
Okay. Thank you for telling me now. Yeah, so we are in the process of an investigation, Dr. Jelkin, and I was wondering if you happen to know anything about a group called Echo. Are you
Echo?
Yeah.
It is
Uh,
important to tell you forthright, you are under slight suspicion of harboring some type of relationship with Echo.
uh-huh.
I do not know where this information came from.
Okay. Now, I know I'm not super up on popular culture. That's kind of almost like an active choice on my part. Is this, I do need to ask, like, Sam, is this a joke? Like, is this a joke I do not get? If it
Have
is,
I
I wouldn't be that mad, I promise.
have I literally ever pulled a joke on you, Dr. Jelkin?
No, I just
It would be a strange time to start now.
it. Yeah. Okay.
I promise you that's not the case. There's a group called the Empowered Containment Handling and Observation, and that's what ECHO is an acronym for. And we think that this group might have something to do with the person who we chased on the first day of school. We think that they may have something to do with why the school was attacked. It's a loose thread, but I just had a lead that you may either get in contact with someone who knows these things or may have information on them yourself. So I wanted to check.
Okay. Uh. Okay. I'll be straight up. I have a few areas of expertise. Robotics. That's what the laboratory I founded is dedicated to. So you have robotics. I also studied ethics a lot. Have a minor, and it does not come up that much. And I am a pretty avid plant grower in my off time. But if it's, I have no idea, kind of much outside of those three, and I do not. First time I've ever heard of something like that.
Okay, then no worries. Sorry.
It sounds like, I mean, but yeah, sorry, I'm not very helpful in this.
You're all good.
instance.
Just if you could do us a favor, and if you happen to hear anything about a group like that, just let us know, because they're one of our main suspects that we're trying to track down.
Okay, yeah. If any of my fellow researchers start talking about criminal organizations, you will be the second group of people to know.
No, just if someone happens to be talking about using extra measures to detain people with superpowers or to try and contain that power, kind of like, and just pauses in the middle of the sentence, kind of like with people like Sam or us. People may not see that as much of a crime since it's pretty common outside the city, but if you hear about something like that, that's the kind of stuff we're looking for.
Yeah, sure. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Well, have a great rest of the day, Dr. Jelkin. It's nice to finally be able to talk to you on the phone
Yeah,
through Sam. And it's
I'm
just like
looking
confused about how to
forward.
address that.
I'm looking forward to a more traditional and planned introduction to you all as a group, and I wish you all luck.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Jelkin. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bleep. How would you rate your call? I ask Umbra.
Are
He
you asking
sounded sweaty.
What do you mean by he sounded sweaty?
He sounded sweaty. I don't know.
Just like he was running, or like his voice was.
No, I don't know. Humans do like this weird, funny thing, like when they're uncomfortable and it smells really weird. I don't know.
Oh, like it smells fishy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I now understand what you mean. Okay, so our main leads right now, Dr. Jelkin clearly isn't going to be someone who has that information right now, so I stand corrected. But I know that we need to look for Echo, whatever this group is. I know they're not up to anything good, especially with those messages that we saw. I'm pretty sure that they're the ones who got to Kinesis. And we need to make sure that no matter what, Kinesis doesn't get back to them.
Do
So
we
need to figure
believe
where he's in custody.
do we believe that Echo has something to do with this Rising Tide group that sent the robot to the school?
Very well could, but here's the thing that's confusing me there. So Rising Tide, it was using a deterrent, something that caused powers to go haywire. With Echo, though, usually their thing is taking supers and just containing them. Why would a group that usually uses isolationist tactics go for a school that is filled to the brim with supers, even if they don't necessarily know which is which? That seems so gung-ho.
Whip up a
Distraction?
frenzy.
Yeah.
Say again?
Oh, I said distraction. She said whip up a frenzy, and I agree with her too. Yeah.
I mean, if you say, hey, we're after 1 or 2 or 5 super kids, and suddenly the entire school now has a bigger incentive to look for it because now they know there's a real threat. Puts an extra target on our heads.
Do you think that they're trying to do something else in the meantime, or there was a second attack taking play at the same time?
I wouldn't be shocked. We're green, but like we were the greenest we have ever been then.
That's
They
fair.
could have done anything.
I mean, I'm not like a great detective or anything, but just siding on paranoia. If you were to do something, like if you wanted to steal something from someone and there were a lot of people around looking, how would you steal it? The way that I think of is that you would cause a big distraction so everyone would look away, and then while they're distracted, you use the other hand and take what you need. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. I don't know, but
That's what they did in
I've
the
seen that in
National
comics.
Treasure movie.
Yeah.
Yep, distract and then snatch and grab. Okay, so if that's the case, we need to figure out if we can figure out maybe where those things came from. The lab that they started in, the person who deployed them, because do we really think it was the person? It wasn't the person who had Fantasia, right?
As a reminder, I mean, who they were in contact with, you don't know, but the robot and the like thing that makes powers go haywire both came from that lab. Like the
did,
robots,
okay.
you saw them making that like fluid. So who went through the AV club to them is still unknown, but both those things are from their lab at the least.
Okay. Okay. I have what may be kind of a crazy idea, but go with me here. I think we might need to try and track down Kinesis. We were already trying to get basic evidence on what Kinesis was working on. And clearly in their lab, they not only were trying to use the suit that they were building to contain their powers, to try and get better handle on it, but they were so desperate that they went to this organization that clearly wanted to exploit that for something else. Their powers wouldn't have gone that haywire on the first day of school if it hadn't been tampered with. Yeah.
I have another idea, which we could also. I mean, I can also talk to my mom and maybe help keep some. I don't know if she'll believe me, but getting some big name supers, keeping an eye out, isn't the worst idea, and it might mean that we can at least take a bit of a breather too, to make sure that gives us, they can focus on it while we also worry about school and stuff.
Yeah, I think that if we can make sure that we can find Kinesis, and I think the other step is making sure that Kinesis stays in custody. If they get out and go crawling back hands and knees to whoever this was trying to take advantage of their powers, that's going to cause absolute destruction. So either we need to make sure that they are safe with someone who we can trust, or that they don't get out of where they are. Part of the reason why I go off of leads like this, and sometimes it's fuzzy, part of my powers is a bit of foresight, but it's fuzzy. This is a complete lie.
That makes sense. I mean, you're always talking like you're 6 steps ahead, so makes sense.
Yeah, just sometimes it can change. So I'm going off of information as I get it, but depending on what actions take place, sometimes things shift. And who knows which of the realities is actually going to happen. Yeah, if you're okay with talking to your parents, seeing if they can get some people who you trust and who they trust on our side, I think that might be a really solid step forward.
When we have the parent talk, I would like, at least you, Jameson, to be there, but if everyone would like to come, it would be nice to have backup this time. But I also don't blame you if you say no. You can say no.
I am wonderful with parents.
We don't need to dress up for that or anything, do we?
Gigaflop is making a really annoying squeaking sound by running his finger down the whiteboard stomach.
I don't have any dress clothes.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I asked.
You should be fine, but also if we want to use this as an excuse to go shopping, I won't say no. I can foot the bill.
I hate shopping.
You hate shopping? Wait, why do you hate shopping? It's going out and acquiring necessities.
Well, no, like clothes shopping. Like I always get nervous, and then half the things I look at, I don't know like what looks good or not, and I end up just picking like a pair of jeans and like 2 shirts, and then use that for the next like 2 months. And
all right, at some point we're putting a shopping list, or we're gonna go clothes shopping just for fun.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, if the picking out things and not knowing what looks good is what's making you nervous, I'm sure Fantasia has a bunch of ideas about really fun and wonderful things to wear, and clearly look at the color coordination and points to the like blue and white and silver accented outfit that all goes perfectly with her skin. Look at Leah and how badass her costume looks.
Yeah.
And I like to think that few things I switch between are pretty okay.
They
but
work.
thank you. By our powers combined, I bet that we can find us all something. I don't know how fancy your parents are at their house, and I didn't know if this was a like need to get dressed up and nice thing, but
I've never had friends over, so I don't know. It's a
all
learning
right, cool.
experience
So
for all of
probably
us.
good first impression would be a good idea.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if this matters, but I've never worn a tuxedo.
You never worn a Speedo?
No, I've definitely never worn a Speedo.
Honestly, they give
That's
me
really
like
what Adelaide heard, sorry.
they give me a wedgie every time I wear them. Not a fan. Don't try it.
Tuxes kind of suck, but like they're not a suit family, they're a business casual family. So like
tux. You said a tux. Oh, okay. That tracks.
so, like anything with a collar like should be fine. But like
I
also
have a collared shirt.
if we just surprise them, maybe they won't have time to actually think about what we're wearing. So who knows?
Would
Okay.
you rather make it less of an argument or more of an argument for you to have with them later?
It's all the same to me. I don't care.
All
I
right.
highly doubt such storied and well-loved heroes would throw a hissy fit over not wearing a collared shirt. Gigaflop is like chopping his hands into the air.
Sure, Sam.
If they do, heck them, he points to one side, and heck all that stuff, points to another side.
See,
Okay.
you got Sam to karate chop everyone if it all goes bad.
Fair. Yeah, do we want to have that talk today? Because I probably have a phone call coming. Honestly, I'm shocked it hasn't happened yet.
Let's do it tonight. Fuck it. Rip the band-aid off.
Whew, okay. Let's eat pizza first.
And then mall?
We don't have to get dressed. We don't have to get dressed up. It's fine. Pizza, then parents.
Okay. Sounds good. And then they dig in.
Yeah. No, actually, I really need y'all to narrate. Incredible. I feel like what I really like is I have like a bit of an image, but Derek, can you talk a bit about like the exterior of the estate? Like, what do you see in your head?
Can you imagine like the most pristine, like almost like the house from Fresh Prince, like from the outside? A very, very 90s sitcom, wildly well manicured. The lawns well manicured, despite Leah's protest about like lawn management is just totally wasteful use of like water and grass. All of this, yeah, pristine. Like the steps, there's so many like unnecessary lights. It like leads to a nice like backyard patio and porch and like gazebo setup. It's too much.
In a state so immaculate, shadows don't dare be around the perfect grounds. There's just well lit and almost too perfect.
Leah did switch to her like I'm home outfit though.
Great.
Like the blazer and like uncomfy clothes.
Yeah, so you all approach. Leah, there aren't a ton of cars like one of the last times you were here. It's just your. Actually, there wouldn't be. Let's be honest, their cars are all in the garage. They don't have to leave cars out in the driveway. So there's no cars in the driveway. So that means there's probably nobody else but your folks home.
Should I just go in or should I like knock so like I can introduce you all or
I mean, it's your house.
I mean it's my folks. Oh boy. I like
Legionnaire, are you all right?
stressed. And I go knock. I do shaving the haircut on the door. Probably I think I've done for years and they just are sick of it.
Mm-hmm. yeah, your dad opens the door. Looks, looks at you like very briefly. There's like a little bit of concern, but then sees other people and like instantly, hello and welcome. My goodness, I didn't know you'd be bringing friends over. My goodness, well, hello, welcome to our humble home. Please, can I take? It seems that like y'all are not really wearing like jackets. Can I get you all anything? Please, come in, please.
Gigaflop has an LED bow tie.
Your house is fancy.
Yeah, it is.
Why do you not live here?
Hmm?
Why do you not live here? This is
I mean,
so cool.
I live here. I hang out at the base. Like, I sleep here.
Why don't you
It
invite
is a
us
pleasure
over
to
more?
meet you.
Thank you very much. And what can I call you?
You may call me Gigaflop.
Gigaflop. I will do so. You can. All right. Exciting. You can just call me Lamar.
Lamar, pleasure to meet you. Jameson.
I honestly, I feel like you all know how insightful all of your characters are. Leah, you know that Jameson just failed a test. But
I felt it.
externally, it's a pleasure to meet you, Jameson. Wonderful. Again,
He has no idea because he was just told to call him
yeah.
Lamar.
Oh, for sure. You totally were, and that totally was not any kind of test because that would be manipulative. Seriously, water, snacks, anything I can get you all.
Do you have pizza?
We could get something running here. Didn't know that we were having guests over for dinner. Is that the plan? I don't know. Is this a study date? What's the?
Oh,
Pizza.
Dad, it's just father. Sorry. I was just wondering if
I am both those things. Yeah.
if Mom was around at all.
Yeah, she's in her office right now.
I mean, do we have? Okay, I can. If we want to make this like a, are you all hungry? Do you want dinner? Like, I'll set the table.
That would be lovely. And we didn't mean to impose on you or anything like that.
Oh,
I'd be happy if you just
no
show me where the
imposing
kitchen is.
at
I can
all,
get us some
please.
water.
I wouldn't dream of it. Please. Besides, I so rarely get to use my super speed about the house. What does everyone like on their pizza?
Everything.
Y'all are seriously gonna eat pizza again just to
Yeah,
try and
Fantasia's gonna eat pizza again.
We're slaves to the whims of Fantasia.
Y'all are like, we don't want to eat, and Fantasia's like anchovy pizza every single night. Anchovy pizza.
She has a
Incredible.
comfort food. She's sticking to it. I get it.
I mean, Fantasia, as you say everything, Mr. Lilac will guide you and show you a kitchen that like you said everything, but you didn't realize they had everything. Like it is
Looks like a studio test kitchen.
It 100% looks like
There's a pizza oven.
Yeah, like it's literally those TikToks of like people who have everything perfectly arranged, but like it's somebody's actual kitchen, and just like perfect, immaculate, like everything
I just
labeled.
don't know how to get a read
from
them. I'm getting like creepy Stepford husband vibes. I don't know yet. I don't know. He's freaking me out though.
Yep.
Fantasia's fine. Adelaide's weirded out.
So I think that at one point, like as they're coming in and entering the house and going to the kitchen, Jameson was wearing that like Letterman jacket, the thicker jacket, goes to take it off and then immediately stops and like whips it back on. And then just leans over to Fantasia and goes, "Fuck."
What? Are you really cold? Did you not wear clothes again?
No, I wore clothes. My tattoos came back.
Tattoos?
A few years ago, I got a few tattoos and they disappeared with a few of my transformations, but every now and again, when I fade in, they come back.
Well, maybe
My
her dad
arm is
has.
covered in tattoos.
Yeah, but
I
they're
wanted to get-
cool.
You haven't seen them yet? That's very sweet of you. But already, I don't know how to get on the good side of this guy, and I don't want to give him to give a harder time to Leah. What do I do? And if I just leave the jacket on, that's gonna come off as rude.
Am going to detach a part of my costume that I think probably just my armbands. And I hand them over and I like, you can wear these. They
Hang
make your
on.
skin kind of tingle.
Hang on. Hey, excuse me, Lamar, where is your restroom?
Oh, just gonna down the hall, first left or first right. You're totally good.
Thank you so
can't-
much.
Tattoos don't come off like that.
We'll be right back, and grabs Fantasia's hand and brings you to
But I
the
don't need a
restroom, and then closes the door, and then takes off the jacket. And you see when he said it was a few tattoos, like it may have sounded like, oh, one or two teeny tiny little things. It is like a full
It's a full sleeve. Okay.
sleeve, and then another like half sleeve.
Okay.
This is like full on tattoos.
Nice. Okay.
I don't think it's gonna cover that.
Well,
Also, he just said to call him Lamar, and I started calling him Lamar, and he made a face, and I feel like it's a trap, and I don't know what to do.
I don't know. Lamar's, I think it's a fake name. Lamar does not sound real.
If he could have picked the name, it could be the name he wants to go by. I don't know. And I don't know his superhero name. Am I supposed to address him by his super name? Am I supposed to just know who he is?
Maybe just say Mr. Leah's dad, father.
Yep.
Is that how it is? Is Mr. Leah's dad father?
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
Yes, but is when you address a friend's parent on your planet, do you call them their dad father?
Technically, yes.
But we could say that that is the formal terminology from your planet, and we were trying to be as formal and kind as possible. That might work.
Or you could make up a nickname for him. Everybody loves nicknames.
Nickname. He said super speed. Maybe if I call him Dash or something.
Speed.
That might be a good way to make friends.
Soup.
No. Did you just say soup? I know we had the discussion about if the ocean is a soup earlier, but like that may not work in this circumstance.
I don't know. Daddy Soup sounds pretty good to me. Daddy.
Okay. Fantasia, I'm loving these ideas so far, but on this planet, calling someone daddy has a completely different connotation, and I don't think that's something you want to imply. Please look me in the eyes and promise me you will not call him daddy.
I thought it was a compliment.
So, do you know what kink is?
No.
Okay.
Please transition the scene.
Transition to a different scene.
You know what kink is? Done.
Wow, they sure have been at the restaurant
This
for
is
a while.
the
That's
end of
all
the
right.
panel. The end of the panel says, "Do you know what daddy means?" And then we cut to the other room.
Yeah. So how'd you all meet Leah? As he is like moving supernaturally fast, like tossing a and preparing a pizza and prepping the pizza oven for a very nice meal. It looks like.
Gigaflop's eyes are pointed down and to the right, looking right at Ethan, and he just whispers very quietly, even though, of course, everyone in here with super hearing can hear. He'll very quietly whisper, You're not going to eat more pizza, are you? You know how that ends every time.
God, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. I
He
barely
holds
finished what we had there.
he holds out the giant fist for the fist bump, like under the table, nonchalant. We're all in school together.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Although,
Luckily, we've been teamed up this semester.
oh, incredible.
I would have figured Leah would mention it.
For the record, I have mentioned that I have the team. I try not to talk to them a lot. I just want to defend myself for a second.
Yeah. Well, we heard that, we got a team. We just haven't heard anything. So it's great to finally put faces to the names we didn't have. Incredible. Yeah, hello. Also, I will say, whatever vibes, especially Adelaide is getting off Lamar, very clearly a very good chef. Like this food, because also it's not just a pizza. There are breadsticks being made, like the beginnings of basically like some very good sides and
You
a
have
nice
the
side
sourdough
salad.
proofed daily.
Yeah, like just fully. There is fully like opens the fridge and just like there are pre-made like clearly homemade breadsticks, like as if they were prepared for someone to need breadsticks at any moment, and like a very nice like side salad, like is putting stuff in a food processor to make a dressing like now, like homemade fresh. um Lamar's not half-assing this.
Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. Sorry. Daddy, sorry.
Adelaide, I will fight
Mr.
you outside of the street.
I knew I had to do it. Do you have soy sauce?
I do have soy sauce, yes.
Okay.
This may potentially get gross. Please prepare yourself.
I'm gonna go check on your mother real quick because I know work has been a bit stressful today. I trust you can make sure the house doesn't burn down, all of you. So I will be back. I don't want to cramp your old style, and we'll just take his leave.
Thank you, Dad. Thanks, Dad.
The Lamar thing was a trap, wasn't it?
Oh, super was you super fell for it. No.
He told me to call him Lamar.
No, I know.
He said to call him
It's the same
Lamar, and then we had a whole discussion in the bathroom.
I know.
If Fantasia calls your dad something weird, I'm sorry. I tried to warn her.
I knew the risks.
Leah,
Hi.
this
Yes.
is wonderful. It must be, Gigaflop's like looking around. It must be so nice to have a family that understands your powers, at the very least. You can be so open about some of your struggles, maybe. I know you don't seem very close, but I'm glad that you have this life. He kind of looks knowingly at Ethan. Yeah, I just wanted to say that out loud so you actually heard it. You put up with a lot, but I'm glad you have this. And I'm using wish I could be. When you comfort or support someone, you tell them what you most envy about them, and you can roll plus freak instead of mundane.
Please do. First roll of the episode. Let's go.
8. I do have influence, so 9.
Incredible. So, what's your response? What do you say back? Because we have to see if you open up or not.
I sigh a little and yeah, the house has always been nice, and I'm glad I can at least bring you all here, but I don't know, I still feel way more at home hanging out with you all. It's messy, but family always is, I guess. If you ever want to come back after today, don't hesitate. I'll make up an excuse.
Hey, you opened up.
All right.
So you can mark a potential, clear a condition, or shift labels. I just hope that would help in this moment for Leah to have at least a compassionate glance from a teammate who's a fucking monster.
I'm going to mark a potential. You don't need therapy, just need more levels.
Uh-huh.
One away from a new level up.
Incredible.
Yeah, so what does everyone think so far?
It's only been 45 seconds.
I know. Oh, it's
Terrifying.
felt like 45 minutes.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Seriously, no more pizza though. That would be so bad.
So, I mean,
I don't know how many calories you burn, Leah, or you, Fantasia. Do you burn calories?
I don't know what those are.
Interesting.
Just
Never
taking more
mind.
slice of pizza.
is
So-
there anything everyone else would want instead? I can start baking something else.
Honestly, just a salad is fine.
Cookies. Muffins.
Defaulting to food is killing. We gotta eat pizza before we go over. More pizza,
Banana
you didn't eat
bread.
food.
Do you want like a savory, like a dinner meal?
Yes.
Have you ever had spaghetti?
I don't think so.
Pardon me, team captain. Gigaflop is looking over at Umbra. What
Huh?
exactly is going to be our opening question?
When we get down to business, I honestly think we should just address them and say, we are working on a case and could use the help of more experienced supers. I think that starting off trying to get on their good side is probably a good idea, making a good first impression. But Leah, clearly there are traps that they are going to be setting. What should we be avoiding? Please help.
So, this is hard because if I seem like I'm helping them too much, what I'm going to be doing is giving them more ammo to use against us. So, you all need to use your best judgment and best ideas for social interaction, social grace. Some fights are done via the dinner table, and I cannot help you with these.
Right.
Do you wait? All right. Actually, what I can do is, all right. Do you know like, the difference between like a soup spoon and like do you know that? Okay. See, I know etiquette enough, and I do like a quick etiquette 101 because Dare doesn't know it, but Leah would.
So Jamie goes, "Oh yeah," and then pulls out a like children's song from a musical that teaches you exactly how to set the table. No joke, there is a song from the musical called Dear Edwina that teaches you how to set the table and which way the knife and the forks and everything else are supposed to go. And that is how Jamie knows this and sings it specifically because if it helps no one else, it will at least save in Sam's database, and Fantasia will get
Just,
the
like,
song stuck in
Pulling
her
up
head.
charts and shit. I already
Yeah.
have it. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
You'll be able to correct them on like proper etiquette if you so dared. I mean,
Dare? We've been saying dare a lot tonight, and every time I'm like, dare?
Huh?
you did do this to yourself.
I literally did, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had no one to blame but me on that one.
Incredible.
Yeah, honestly, I think just we need to try and make a good impression. We need to try and get them to the point where they like us enough to actually help us. Rather than trying to take a case from us or give us bad information or anything else like that. I don't know if that's a likelihood, but I've seen it happen before.
Sorry about that. Okay. I think honestly, we should play the honest game. Just be ourselves here. Because then if we find out we were like actively like changing up or trying to be like deceitful later, then that's a bigger issue. So honest game, mistakes will happen. It's okay. We'll do our best. Mission four dinner party.
All right, let's do it. Leah, do you happen to have like a long sleeve shirt or anything I could borrow? Because the jacket's a little heavy for in here.
Right next to a pizza oven, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could show you guys my room if you want.
Yeah, sure.
I will ensure the house doesn't burn down.
I could move at super speed. I promise.
Yeah, but
There's
I'm
like
I'm
7 alarms.
7'5" and 500 pounds. I don't want to traipse through your house and knock
I
shit
can
over.
pick you up and carry you over the like. This is for everybody. You can piggyback ride this. It's fine. I'm strong enough.
I will also say this house was also made in dimensions for individuals who are like taller, larger, stronger than average to be able to fly through it. So I think this is one of the
I was mainly speaking on Gigaflop's unwillingness to risk breaking shit going through the house than anything.
Oh, I have super
But
speed. I'll
sure,
catch it.
I'll
I'll
go
catch it.
whatever's fastest to get us through this.
I like. She's. Yeah, she'll just like piggyback you and like fly you upstairs, just at the same pace as keeping up with everybody.
I'm saying this because actually, when we get to his room, maybe this won't be less the case. But at the very least, to there, like the dimensions and height of the ceilings and width of the hallways and such are thus that actually you don't really have to worry that much because, you know, these people are supernaturally like physically strong and large for the most part, and they fly and so the ceilings are very tall, hallways are very wide. Also, it's just bougier.
I don't know how much decoration they have. They feel like a minimalist family,
Yeah,
like in the hallways.
I feel like it's mostly just those like picture frames that are like those collages of different pictures. A lot of them though are like newspaper clippings or like awards and stuff like that from all the generations of the lilac lineage.
All right. Don't worry about my room. Whatever you see in here, don't second guess it. And we open the door, and it is spotless. There's like one poster, but it's like a very meticulous room. There's a little vanity. It's cuter than you'd expect. Yeah. Hey, welcome in.
This is plainer than I was expecting for you.
The sanctuary is better for decorating.
That tracks.
But the walls are soundproof, and I keep the door open only a crack.
Mm-hmm.
So if we also need to formulate any plans or ideas, this is a perfect place to do it.
I mean, you said it. Just if they ask us questions, answer honestly and try and get their help with keeping eyes on Kinesis. Because outside of that, I don't know necessarily where we need to go from here. We need to figure out what these people were planning with the school, but I don't. If you all have ideas about where to go for that next, I'm all ears because we clearly don't have that super that we can get in contact with anymore, who I'm forgetting the name of completely, who helped us and got us into the museum.
Bomberang.
Bomberang, thank you. We don't know where Bomberang is, so we probably need to figure out where he is as well. The museum, got completely wrecked, so we're not going to be able to exactly investigate underneath there. I feel like we need to figure out where Bomberang is. We need to figure out where Kinesis is, because otherwise I don't know what other leads we really have to go off of here. And your parents are the most well-connected people in the city to other supers, so I feel like
Ark
the
King
biggest
said that he would look into Boomerang's disappearance. So hopefully he can come up with something soon.
who?
Dark King?
I'm not familiar.
I told you the story of meeting with him. The terrifying superhero, Dark King.
Yes, that was
He's a-
me, Narissa, forgetting, not
Oh.
Jameson. Apologies.
It's all good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got it. Yes. Okay. So Dark King's got that covered. So in that case, we just need to make a good impression and hope that they help us with kinesis. So
Yep. So if anyone wants like extra clothes, I have a ton of like old stuff that I don't wear. And I just like what color shirt do you want, by the way, Jameson?
anything that's long sleeved, it really doesn't matter.
I throw a purple one at you.
Cool. And he just turns around, but then just gym locker room takes off the shirt and the jacket and puts on the new one. And you all would see like full arm sleeve of tattoos on one side and then half sleeve on the other. And he puts on the long sleeve shirt.
A lot of tattoos.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Those are cool.
Thanks.
Tattoos are generally really cool.
A few of so, and then turns to one side and points them out and just says, so these were my police tags. And you see that it's basically like a barcode.
Oh.
Where like,
That one's less cool.
yeah, this one was fun to get when they, scanned me in for my arrest. And then these were by choice. And then you see on the other side, it's just like music-based tattoos. So like music scales and different instruments and things like that are also styled as like D&D weapons.
I was gonna ask what the barcode said.
Oh, it doesn't have words. It's literally just
No,
different...
I mean Gigaflop.
Right.
Scanning it would wonder
yep.
what the barcode says.
Oh
And
shit! Yeah.
it is a thing that you frustratingly cannot read. It looks like a barcode, but there, like, the most you can tell is there is some kind of like something in the ink, or maybe it's not even ink, that a piece of technology you do not possess would then read.
Must take something off of the internet to read it.
Yep.
Um,
Something like that. Yep. And then goes to like roll down the sleeves and is really embarrassed and awkward about it.
Ethan.
Huh?
I heard you mention like you didn't have like you clothes shopping stressful. I have like a
Gonna
ton
open
of
his
old
jacket
stuff.
and just show his shirt and be like,
Yeah, I have a ton of old stuff if you like want to look through it at any point. And like there's like 3 boxes full of clothes.
sure. One thing though, can I gotta do you have somewhere I can go to make a call? I gotta call my I gotta call my
Sure.
dad. I mean landlord. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, how quiet do you need to be? Because like the bathrooms are good, not totally soundproof, but they should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. He's just gonna like he's gonna look around awkwardly for a second, then go okay, and then walk to the bathroom.
Hey, Ethan. How are you?
Oh no, he's not actually calling
Oh,
the
he's not
landlord.
actually. Oh,
No,
cool.
no.
Never mind.
Um,
I've been.
I was gonna say
Right.
that Giga should have realized something was off because Ethan's never actually referred in public to the landlord by any slip up of a fatherly name. So yeah, he's gonna go in the bathroom and he's gonna call that number that was sent to him about the Cha cha cha.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hello.
Uh, yes. Hi. My name is Ethan, and I was given your number.
Yeah.
Um, about like martial arts training, and I yeah.
Yes. Are you? I remember. Yes. Are you wanting to schedule a time now?
Please, yes,
All right. Yeah. You are a current student. Yes.
yes.
All right. What is? I am most available Thursday evening.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Terrific.
Okay, what time?
Ah, yes. Um, when do you get off? Are you off of school by 4:30? I don't remember how late public school systems.
I mean, like anytime after, uh, like 5:30.
All right,
Yeah.
5:30 it is.
Okay.
Well, I will evaluate and speak to you more on this Thursday and figure out if more regular meetings will be necessary.
Okay. Sure. Oh, thank yeah. Okay. So that's it.
Is there another piece of business you have with me?
I no. I just this is like my first time doing this, so I don't know. Like that's it. That's all you needed from me.
You called me. I didn't need. Um. Yes. Yes. We
Oh,
are
okay.
good.
Okay. Okay.
This
Thank you.
number does have text messaging. If that would be preferable for you.
Oh, sweet God, yes, please, thank you.
Terrific.
Okay. All right, thank you. Bye.
Goodbye. Thanks.
Oh my God, I got so into the call, I almost hung up Discord when I was like, bye. I hovered over the button. I was like, wait, no, fake call.
Oh.
So he's gonna flush the toilet and then run the water and like run his hands under and then look at him and actually put soap on him and wash his hands and then turn it off and then look around and
As like the comic panel shows like 7 towels of varying different sizes and like this is an odd bathroom with a shower, but there is a full bath towel like one
Don't
would
use the
use
good
after a
towels.
shower. Like
There's secret good towels in there. That's another
Oh,
test.
yeah. Like that is another test that you passed in your own way.
Yep. There we go. So yeah, he's gonna come out and he's just gonna kind of like look at everybody briefly but not make eye contact and then start looking through the boxes for something that looks
I'm gonna go down and
appropriate to him.
making the spaghetti. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the kitchen. I just sort of like peace out. I trust y'all in my room. Don't make it weird. I like fly backwards.
Is it okay if we look around?
Sure.
Oh.
Sure. Go ahead, room raiders. Have fun.
Yeah, Jamie is gonna say, all right, I'll see y'all back in the kitchen, and I think is gonna like wander around the house. Literally just wanting to take a look around and know what it looks like, because I don't think they've ever been in a house this big or haven't in a very long time.
I mean, yeah, it is incredible is a great word to use. Like you see I mean, you could all have your own guest bedroom here, definitely individual, 100%. And you don't know where, but you like know in your heart of hearts that there is some kind of like training facility. but not one that you can just walk into without getting through at least a minor amount of locked door, I imagine. But yeah. Is there anything, nothing in particular you are keeping an eye out for or want to try and find?
I mean, I think that this is going to sound very silly, but I think at first he's trying to see, ooh, is there something that seems obviously like it would lead to a room like that, like a training room or this, that, and the other. But then if not, this seems like a place that they'll probably go quite a few times. So then it's just trying to get the lay of the land. And then I think that the next priority for Jamie is always, do they have instruments? Do they have like a piano? Do they have like this, that, and the other? Because that's something that Jamie can fiddle with. So, and especially like rich people usually have some kind of like upright or a grand piano or something just to show off in their house.
Yeah, definitely glad we're on the same wavelength. There are like a full giant sitting room, fireplace, window overlooking the immaculate yard, grand piano room. And then I also fully imagine a like giant circular door made out of like metal with like engravings like a hoplite shield that won't open for you, but that is just sitting not that out of the way, that screams superhero shit.
Yep. And I don't want to make a bad impression, so I'm not going to go through that door. But I think that when Jamie is really uncomfortable or would like previously meet really high up supers and didn't know what to say, like playing the piano in the house was the party trick that usually would be like, oh, this person seems like an upstanding young gentleman or upstanding young lady. So while waiting for dinner and not knowing what to say, since he's already fucked up, he's just going to like start playing the piano.
Okay.
Just waiting for other people to kind of come back.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's all.
Great. So as you are cooking in the kitchen, Leah, your dad comes back down. Oh, we're doing spaghetti now.
Well, see, we had pizza earlier today, and Fantasia still can put away an entire pizza by herself. But I wanted to, we'll keep options open. Just we're the taste of Italy.
So you already ate pizza, but the solution to that is spaghetti?
Taste of Italy.
Taste of Italy. I don't know if you wanted how much you thought we were gonna be around. I can excuse myself for dinner if you would prefer.
No. Dad, you're fine.
But
yeah, no,
your
it's
mother's
cool.
gonna be busy tonight.
I mean, I kind of wanted to talk to her about the family business in relation to me having, a group of friends, and we actually wanted to bring some stuff up to her that might help.
Yeah, your dad will kind of like come up, will kind of like hand on my shoulder. Nothing would make me happier than that. That honestly, Leah, is. I mean, I've been waiting. Well, it would have been fine if it never happened, but that's a conversation that I've been hoping for a long time. But not you don't. We'll do that with your mother another night, please.
I don't.
Gives you a look, like a knowing look.
I promise that it'll be worth Mom's time, even for a 30-minute dinner. I can tell her that if you want me to. I'll field this one, but I really want to see this through.
Okay. I'll go talk to her. Sure.
Do you mind just keeping an eye on the spaghetti?
As if you needed to ask.
Thanks, Dad. I'd like give him an affectionate shoulder punch, and go fly up, hands in pockets, like lazily floating upstairs.
Yeah, your mother's office door is closed. You hear like furious typing noises from inside.
I like shaving a haircut again. Hey, Mom.
And that's where we're going to take our break for this evening as we find out what that conversation is going to be like. Goody, goody. Are we all excited? Thank you all. Get up, stretch, get some water, take a break, and we will be back very shortly for the rest of this episode of The Unremarkables. Hello and welcome back to the Unremarkables. Where we last left off, we were learning about the phrase "poking the bear" as Leah Leah just did on her
I did
mother.
shaving a haircut, far more
sorry.
whimsical.
Of course, my apologies. That's on me. On her mother's office.
They are probably the lightest taps of all time. I do think about that. She has super hearing. I just
You
hey,
in
Mom.
response. Oh, go ahead.
I want to talk to you about the family business. I've brought my team, my friends. We have some cool things to talk about.
Come on in.
All right, I will.
So again, very svelte, modern, minimalist office. Like I'm imagining like a nice, unnecessary 4-monitor setup. And you see your mother still staring at the screen. Appears to just, you can see, because it's not a very long clip, you see the clip of you being buried under the pile of rubble just repeating on her screen. And she's looking at it and then shakes her head a bit and closes the tab. But doesn't turn around and just Yeah, what did you wanna talk about?
So I see you've seen our exploits. We managed. I mean, I managed to hold on to that for a pretty good amount of time. I managed to save my friends and minimized a lot of the damage that could have been dealt. But also that's related to the things we saw that got collapsed under. And I wanted to know if you'd be willing to join us for dinner to have a conversation about this with the entire team, because they were also there, and we'd like to ask you for our help in some capacity.
Awkwardly long silence. Just once. Could you make me proud and also not upset at you? Thank you so much for the bits. Coil_Twitch_bot. Could you make me proud without also being so upset?
I'm fine, by the way, with the building.
Of course you're fine. You're made out of... It's gonna take more than a third of a museum to take you down. I know that.
We didn't mean to get caught, but it was one of those things where a call had to be made, and keeping a building from collapsing, well, or at least getting enough time for people to get out safely, was better than the alternative of not getting caught. I think that seems like a fair call for me to make. Would you done the same?
Yeah, you see she stands up and now is just looking you face to face. This is, at no point would you, to no degree would you call this woman a mess right now, but this is the least composed you've seen your mother. That's just not very, on the outside scale, that's nothing. You did it right. Yeah, every call you made in there, you protected everyone. You did that right. You do a very good job of making me think you didn't hear me when I say things, but you heard. It's very clear. You heard what we said, what we've been trying to teach you all these years, and it worked. You succeeded.
But
I got the report. People got out.
But I can feel it coming.
I'm just gonna let you kind of in the praise.
Mom, I know you too well at this point. I know the part too that always comes.
What the hell were you thinking? Why were you there? Why was there nobody on lookout? Why was... Okay. I am so glad that your moment-to-moment tactical decision-making did not fall out of your head, but snooping around...
We weren't snooping. We're working on a case.
Okay. And nobody watched. And then the one adult left and nobody kept a watch on them or your backs, just assumed you were going to be okay this whole time.
Watched our backs? Why is that our fault?
Because if there's even a chance that your back's now not watched, then someone needs to be... Just... The ability to clear up the mess was great, but you set yourselves up for a whole big one, a big old mess that didn't need to be that way.
Mom, I know.
I understand. We did not prepare you clearly nearly enough for thinking as part of a team or working with individuals who can't take the kind of toll that you can take. And so we will fix that. Don't worry. We are already, I am already going to create some training programs for downstairs. You and your team will come over as much, well, I mean, every day for now, and we'll see how it goes after a
I
few
can't
weeks.
ask them to make that sort of commitment. I can't ask everyone to, like, that. First off, I'm not the team leader, so I can't just dictate things. Yeah.
Don't know which of
The
those I
perfect
want to
moment.
address first. I don't. So you want to talk about the family business,
I want
but
you
you
to
don't
talk to
want, and you want them to be involved, but you don't want them to be involved effectively. Is
I
that what
don't-
I'm hearing? Because yes,
I don't run things with an iron fist, and I also I'm not in charge. I don't run things. I am not leader. I am at best confidant to the leader. I don't know, but I wanted you for dinner so we could maybe sit around, get to know them a little, then we can all talk about what to do next. Because we're coming here because actually I was willing to ask for help.
I will
we're
say
in
that
some
is
heavy shit. Sorry, Mom.
so. Got it. So which of your team members has also been trained for this their whole life and is therefore a more suitable team leader?
Maybe Jamie? I don't know. Jamie's a little mysterious, but they're pretty good at stuff. That's why they're the team leader.
Pretty good at stuff. Okay. Well, I will certainly, ask about more credentials than being good at stuff, but
Do you want me to keep their CVs as I walk around? Is that what you need?
I know you're not asking this for real, but you know I would. You know I would like that.
Look, please understand that sometimes knowing when I don't need to take the reins is an important part of being a leader too. I'm not going to impose my will over everybody else when there's someone who's clearly good at this and clearly just better prepared for it than I am at this point. It's okay. I will be doing this for who knows how long. But I will get a chance to lead a team at some point in my life. I'm pretty sure about that. But maybe just not yet. It's okay. But can we have family dinner, please? And can you meet my friends on a good term? Well, on terms, and then we can start figuring out what's step 2.
So is it that you don't want to lead?
I don't think I'm cut out for it yet, or just cut out for it. Maybe I'm not built to lead this type of team. I don't know. This just isn't. When you see us all sitting together or working together, you'll understand the way that, like, I naturally will defer to Jameson, and we all defer to Jameson. They're good at this in a way that I'm not, and that's fine. I don't need to be great at everything. I've been trained my entire life, but I don't need to be the best at every goddamn thing yet.
You don't need to be best at everything yet. No. Maybe I just have. I don't know this, Jameson. I don't know them, so I know you may not feel prepared, but that's what we've been doing. What else do you think we've been doing? I know that we don't really work as a team unit in the family. That's fine. You don't have to follow that, but even if you're not in a team, that doesn't mean you're not a leader.
and I can be a leader, but sometimes the important part is knowing when it's your time. It's not my time to lead yet. Maybe later, maybe as things shake out, maybe I will rise above and be the leader that we were always meant to have. But that's not today. That's not tomorrow. That's not this week. I'm sorry, but we'll figure that out later. Please, can we just have dinner? I made spaghetti. I cooked. This is important to me. I would really like for you to be there.
I'll be there. Just
Almost ready.
okay. She goes back and pulls the tab back up and rewinds to when the ceiling started to collapse and when you just flew up. That split second action. That is what makes a good leader. You saw there was a problem and you didn't think, you didn't speak, you just fixed it. You put yourself on the line for the rest of the team who you knew couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that's being a hero. That has nothing to do with being a leader. That's why I'm doing this in the first place.
Also, are you going to try and resist the influence from this whole kind of...
What is she trying to shift around here?
You don't know. There's just influence coming at you. 100%.
I can't. I'm going to try to resist it.
All right.
Nature dictates. Can never listen to this woman. Cannot trust her. Dice, help me out. You never do. Oh wow, 7. Do I add anything to resisting?
No, because you don't have special moves for that, and you definitely don't have influence.
Nope.
Over your mother. So you get to choose one. You can clear condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. You can shift your label, or you can cancel their influence and get +1 for it against them.
Don't need therapy, just more levels. We've leveled up, baby.
Okay.
I've taken that potential.
All right. Sounds good.
I think we will see the way that I defer and ignore her influence on leadership during dinner.
No problem. Okay. Well, I'm a wreck, so I'm gonna compose myself, and I will be down for your no doubt lovely spaghetti soon.
Can I like dress casually for this?
Just however you want.
All right. What does that mean? I'm asking as Dare.
Dress however you want.
That's what I thought. I'll put on a nicer shirt. Cool. I'll gather everybody for spaghetti.
Great. So yeah, downstairs, Mr. Lilac is attempting to have read the room successfully by not trying to make small talk right now. It's just like at least pretending to be very engaged in the cooking to let you four kind of, or well, 3 upstairs and 1 alone be as you are. So briefly, well, you can have, if y'all want to speak at all a little bit, you would come back to your own room with your three out of 4 of your friends in there, Leah.
You guys see anything cool in here?
So I have a question. Leah, what is the most over-the-top dressy piece of clothing that was in those boxes?
All right. There's probably a sequin suit jacket. definitely like trying to like get over being like a comedian for a little bit in middle school. It's a little awkward. It's big though.
Totally rocking that. And are there any dress-ish pants?
It was a full suit.
Oh, then yeah, he's rocking the full suit. He is looking like one
Loafers
nervous
included.
disco
I don't know
ball.
what your
Yeah.
I don't know what your shoe size is, but it'd be very funny if the loafers fit.
Oh no, he's keeping his shoes on,
Great.
so it looks even worse.
Yeah, just
Gigaflop
like
has Gigaflop has touched a sequin and is now just a sequin.
Singular sequin.
Yeah, this bright prismatic, just lump
just
standing in
hurts
the middle
to
of your
look
room.
at, you know.
We are fancy.
Oh boy. Cool.
Fantasia's like light glow is hitting the sequin, bathing the whole room in purple and blue.
Just basking.
Fantasia, did you see anything cool that you wanted to take?
Yeah, do you mind? And she just lifts up a box set of Law and Order season 3.
Original Law and Order?
Yeah.
Sure. I had a true crime phase for a little bit. I have more than just season 3 if you want.
There's more?
There's a box under my bed that's just Law and Order box sets on DVD.
Oh, there's 1 and 2.
No,
I thought it was just Law and Order 3.
No, there's more, and then there's also Criminal Intent, which is a spin-off, and then there's SVU, which is the popular one. I also have Without a Trace in here, but like there's only 1 season.
She just like she's just slowly just kind of cautiously like, are you sure? And then slowly gathering them up without a word. Just
it's in a box. You can have the whole thing.
That is 958 hours of Law and Order material.
I think I can do it this weekend.
I believe that is factually impossible, unless you watch on Fast Forward. Interesting.
Well, I put them on both TVs, and then I watch them at the same time.
Even more interesting.
That's still not how time works, Fantasia.
Shh.
Anyway, spaghetti.
And we cut. So Jamison, you are playing the piano, which is just immaculately, just like contemplative vibes. How like into the zone does Jamison get when playing music? Is it like dead to the world around, or is it less lost in the sauce?
So there are 2 different modes. I think one of them is I am talking with someone else and actively engaging with someone else, and also my hands are doing the thing and playing music. And then the other mode is I am so lost in the rhythm and the sound of the music that the rest of the world falls away. Like, everything else fades. It's just them and the piano, or them and the instrument, whatever it is they're playing. And I think that they started off with playing like one of the classical pieces that they're learning as an assignment. Now that like they've gotten the first bit of sheet music that they're supposed to be learning for orchestra, and they're going to be learning on like the cello at some point. And then I think they start transitioning. And by the time you all come downstairs, he's playing Can't Help Falling in Love with You, the Haley Reinhart version. And like humming it under his breath.
Yeah. So timing wise, yeah, y'all are headed down pretty much. But as the song kind of ends, you probably almost start as there's a very light, like 1% applause, as you see just, you wouldn't think she's dressed up for a press event, just like clean pressed, like suit jacket, shirt, like impeccable, everything. Just who you could only assume to be Leah's mother, sitting near the piano, like just clapping and giving a slight smile.
Oh, Mrs.
No.
Lilac, I apologize. I didn't mean to intrude. I didn't ask.
You are welcome to play whenever you like. Sorry, I didn't. I also did not mean to intrude. I just heard and couldn't help myself.
Well, I hope it was enjoyable for you to listen to. I still have ways to touch up. It's been a while since I touched a piano. I'm Jameson. Nice to meet you.
It's so good to meet you. And I would say that many people have played the piano, but it never gets played quite enough. So if you need somewhere to practice and shake off the rust, it should be much nicer to have piano music playing through this house sometimes when I'm in the middle of work or whatever.
That truly would be a pleasure. I don't have anywhere to play one right now, so thank you. I
course.
definitely take you up on that.
Incredible. I look forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you have a busy day? It sounded like you were pretty holed up in your office when I was talking to Mr.
My husband.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's never a dull moment working with the founders, of course. This is, I think it's the most beautiful city on Earth, but it is also, for sure, the most chaotic and difficult.
Yeah, there's a lot to be taken care of, especially in this one city where it seems like supers and villains are actually rampant. So.
Yes, well, it's what people call the price of freedom, right? People can be who they really are here. People like us, but not all of us are good people, I suppose.
Well, I guess that's why it's our job to try and rectify that and at least defend those who need defending, right?
Couldn't say it better myself. And it seems to me like you're maybe, from what how you're talking, that you're maybe more experienced with my line of work than you are piano.
Yes, ma'am. I had a team before this one. This is actually my second time serving with supers, but the first time I was much more in a junior learning position. But I had
Sure.
really incredible mentors who taught me everything I know about
Incredible.
defending others, about defending myself, and trying to make in the moment decisions. So I'm really glad that I can work with this team and try and bring that skill set to the table.
That's incredible to hear. I am so glad to hear that. To be quite honest, one thing I've always pushed with the other folks that work with the founders and myself and the rest of the family is trying to take more up and comers under wings, because while myself and my husband and our peers are certainly capable of taking care of a lot of issues, we're not going to be, we're regrettably, of course, not going to be able to be at our posts forever. So that's wonderful. Who is on your team?
Now it's Fantasia, Gigaflop, Nuclear Armor Gigaflop, Legionnaire, as you obviously know, and then Seismic. So we all were classmates who were assigned to the same team together, and we're still learning, but it's been good so far. I think we have a long way to go, but already we're starting to learn more about the dynamic and how to best help each other.
Great. And I'd love to hear more about how your first group mentored you, because I have to say we have quite a lot of facilities here, and I may or may not already have steps in a plan for tutoring you all as working as a more of a unit. So what kind of style would you say your previous team mentored you with? Everyone has their own brand.
Well, one of them did have her own facility that we worked within. And she taught me everything she knew about hand-to-hand combat, wrestling. I wasn't nearly as strong as she was, but she did a lot when it comes to actually helping me with learning how to use my size to my advantage. She taught me a lot about wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Then we had different obstacle courses set up. Oftentimes they would take me into the field and I would help run surveillance and things like that. My expertise is primarily teleportation, getting in, getting out, and also transformation. So being able to try and help with the more tactical side of things versus brute force. So it was a mix of field experience and running through simulations. But
the city will always need skilled I&I experts, infiltration, extraction, all that good stuff.
Absolutely, and you always need eyes on the sky and anywhere else you can get them, right?
Of course. And so who was this leader? I'm sure I know them.
Spaghetti's ready. Mom, do you want spaghetti?
Oh yes, please.
It's at the table.
And we'll kind of like
great.
we'll like
you.
hold out an arm for you to walk with her.
Oh, certainly. And Jameson tries to do the thing of being proper and putting out the arm for her to take to escort her to the table, even though he's like,
Oh, to be clear, she puts out the arm to escort you.
Oh.
No, you're not escorting her. In her own.
Sure. Yeah. He takes it tentatively and awkward. How tall is she?
I'm gonna say a solid like 6'5".
Oh, she's like
2
inches taller than 2 or 3 inches taller than Jamie is right now. Yep. And he like, you know how earlier Fantasia was like, he sounds sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah. The moment that she asked, so who was the leader of your team? The spaghetti came at the perfect time, and now there's just a panel of panic, boom, 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 boom. In like one of the comic panels of everything else fading away, and Jamie just being like, fuck.
So, and yeah, just before you get to the kitchen, she will just, well, whoever they were, I will be thanking them for the amazing tutelage, and I look forward to not only your piano, but maybe speaking more about how we can work together to build you all up.
I would be honored to play the piano and to train with you, to work with other supers who have a vast deal of knowledge that I'm sure that we could all use, but I'm afraid that meeting my former leaders and teachers won't be possible. They're no longer with us.
Very sorry to hear that. It's always difficult, and it's not easy. We have a lot of resources if you need any help with that. It's not something you ever truly get used to. It's something we all know is possible, but it's not something you ever expect to happen.
No, but I'm grateful to be where I am, and I just want to do everything I can to do right by them.
Kind of like squeeze one of your hands. Exactly. For everyone, right?
Yeah. All right, well, I believe you're one of the main people who should be sitting at the table, so let's get you in there.
Yes, I am ravenous. Let's go. and everyone is now in the kitchen, in the dining room. Excuse me, it's not the same room, but it's a vastly separate and large room. As a very, very nice meal has been laid out for everyone.
Just saw memes of the spray bottle, and I'm losing my mind. I'm fine. Yes, Jamie comes in with like being escorted by your mother, and then makes sure she gets to her seat, and then sits at the table. And Jamie is like doing a good job putting up a face, but y'all, even in the like week or two that we've gotten to know each other, there's clearly something up, and it's like he looks like he's seen
Something's
a ghost.
up with Umbra? No, no way.
Yeah, but
Oh no.
You as everyone kind of gathers down, like in that kind of just before everyone starts eating, briefly, Mrs. Lilac will. Well, I am so glad to have you all here for dinner. It's been delightful already meeting Jameson. I'd love to know a little bit more about each of the rest of you, but please enjoy the meal. Surely I did splendid, and look forward to simply having a night to get to know each other all a bit better.
Do you want me to introduce you to everyone, Mother?
It's all good. You can introduce them. They could introduce themselves. It's not a problem. I just am looking forward to getting to know everyone better.
I gestured towards everyone so they can do their own intros.
Hello.
Jameson elbows.
Hello. I am Gigaflop, armored nuclear Gigaflop. You may hear them occasionally refer to me as Sam. It was my name before the change.
Understood. Well, it's a pleasure to have. Do you have a preference?
Absolutely none.
Well,
In most regards.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Gigaflop.
The pleasure is mine. This is my friend Ethan. Holds the hand out. Ethan's got spaghetti.
I'm Fantasia, and I'm from another planet, and I can fly, and I can do things with my mind. And I have a car.
Well, isn't that an impressive resume?
She's quite the skilled shape changer. She can actually turn into things that aren't just other people, but objects and all sorts of things. Honestly, it's been really
Burying
incredible.
the lead, I see. Very nice. Very nice.
I cannot turn it into spaghetti.
Wow.
Have you tried?
We all have our limitations. It's okay.
Fantasia, have you tried?
She looks like it's just a panel where it looks like she's concentrating really hard, and then it's like just a pile of it's like one long spaghetti just kind of piled up there. Hey, I want spaghetti.
Oh, you can talk like that. Okay. We're learning so much already.
Ethan didn't get a chance to introduce himself.
My friend Ethan.
Yes.
And he's gonna scoot back, throw himself down like that, and go, "Hi, my name is Ethan. Edwards. I am. I have like power. You know, I can do things kind of like with moving, seismic kind of stuff. You know, like vibrations and things. And it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having me at your home. This dinner looks delicious. Thank you. Thank you."
Well, it's our pleasure to have you here. Just so you know, you can talk at a normal volume. Our super hearing isn't that sensitive, but you can sit up.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
incredibly
Okay,
skilled with utilizing vibrations, whether it be in the earth or people's vibrations. And as that happens, I feel like there's just a panel of like seeing a little bit when you scooch back in of the table, just like some of the glassware vibrating. And
Gigaflop's holding it down.
and Jameson just makes eye contact and goes, so that's our team.
Incredible. Well, it's a delight to meet you all. Forgive me, I'm a fairly direct person sometimes. It's been brought to my attention that you all maybe had some things you needed assistance with, or advice at the very least.
Yes. If I may, looks to the rest of the team. We are in the process of trying to help investigate an attack that happened on the school. There was a large robotic being that had a fluid, essentially, they were trying to deploy that would interfere with Super's powers. We have a few leads. One of them, we believe, is someone trying to manipulate a super known as Kinesis. We think that it's basically the people responsible are a group called Echo, but we aren't sure of where to find them. We're still in the process of trying to investigate that, and we also were being assisted by Boomerang to find Kinesis so that we could try and assist. But at the incident at the museum that you may know about at this point, I'm uncertain. We lost track of Boomerang. He disappeared in some of the fighting, and we do have a friendly super who is trying to help us with tracking him down. But our first priority is really trying to get more information about Echo and trying to make sure that Kinesis doesn't try and go back to said people. We think that that could be really, really bad, and they may be trying to interfere with their power for the sake of using it for their own gain. Although outside of that, we don't have much. So we were hoping, since you and the rest of the founders have a great deal more strength in numbers and strength and experience than we do at this point, if you could help us with making sure to keep tabs on Kinesis, just to make sure he doesn't go back to that group. And if you have any information on Echo, it would be extremely helpful for our investigation.
My goodness, you all have been busy. Well, as far as seismic is concerned, first of all, just a little inside language is typically actually, I'm not the founders and myself, our family, and everyone else who works with them are, think of them more as kind of two separate entities. So the founders has seismic under lock and key for now.
Do you mean Kinesis? Seismic's right
Or,
here.
oh, that was a
Apologies
rub.
for correcting you.
Do currently have Kinesis under lock and key. We know, we will know and be made aware if that ever changes. We don't know exactly their location, but we know we have verifiable proof that it's a true fact that he's currently safe. I can make the founders aware that they may be of higher risk of potential attempted breakouts or escapes, and I'm sure that will be more than enough. We have a pretty good track record on that.
I really appreciate that. If the group either tries to get to Kinesis or Kinesis tries to desperately go back to that group, I think it could have really dire ramifications. So anything you can do to up that security would be incredible.
Of course. Well, again, we have a track record which I don't intend to sully. As far as this Echo group goes, this is not the first time the name has come up. Now, from our experience, any group which desires to stay anonymous, stay away from any retaliation or repercussions, and is anti-empowered, likes to use Echo as a kind of blanket. It's very easy to just claim to be this organization when you do something and there's not a lot of evidence to tie back to you, then it is to come up with some other organization. I know I've followed my fair share of Echo leads, and most of them have turned out to be either nothing or a very small operation that, if Echo is what Echo's supposed to be, means they were very clearly lying. I haven't seen anything that would indicate that Echo is an actual massive organization. I, from my experience, would say it's much more likely that this is a lone or very small group of individuals that is, specifically targeting this individual, and so doesn't help as far as narrowing them down, but maybe to put some of your mind at ease that it's a lot more convenient to think of all of our enemies, if that's what we even want to say, those opposed to us, work together and are underneath one umbrella that we could find and put away. But if they are, they are very bad at showing it.
Use one of my Harbinger moves here.
Please.
I have a move called Applied History. When you pierce the mask of someone you believe will shape the future, this is one of the biggest superheroes and one of the biggest superhero organizations that's specifically talking about a lot of really important shit. I can roll Savior instead of Mundane, and I want to basically figure out if she is actually giving us the information of, like, yes, we definitely have Kinesis under lock and key. Yeah, this group doesn't actually exist. It's just kind of a blanket term. Is this the truth, or is she trying to pad it?
Roll to pierce the mask.
Okay. That's a 7 plus 3. That's 10.
Great. You have 3 questions.
Okay, so let me see. Hang on. So the first one is, what are you really planning? Like, is this the truth, what you are telling me? Are you actually keeping Kinesis under close lock and key, or is it not as high a priority?
So you think that she's telling the truth, that she will, bring it up to the founders. You don't think that he is under intense scrutiny at this moment. But to answer the question you asked, she intends to give you as much information as you kind of seem to want, and then work on basically taking you off the case and on to training and preparation that she sees necessary. That's her plan. That's what she's trying to do.
How could I get your character to... How could I get her to trust that our team should be leading this? Like, how can I get her to see us as our own independent entity, as a superhero team that is capable of helping to stop these attacks?
You would need to act in a way that would make her believe you are on par of one of the most effective adult groups of superheroes who have been working together for years. Otherwise, she's not going to want you all on the lead on this, or really maybe even involved.
Okay, and how could I gain influence over you? Like, what specifically would get me to... That's one of the questions in the list. Don't shake your head at me. I kind of want to, because I know you said we can do slightly tweaked versions of these questions.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask a mix of what do you want me to do and how could I get influence over you. So I think it's, what can I do to gain that respect from you? Does that make sense?
She will never, you can tell. I mean,
She will never respect you.
Definitely, she will never respect you if you do not tell her something that she believes is the full truth about everything. So if she believes on any level that you are trying to hide something or deceive her, she will never fully respect you. Even if you were to prove your competency, that might allow her to, say, okay, you can be on this case, but she would still not even respect you until she thinks you've come completely clean.
The other thing we could use your help with is we went to a facility that basically someone was creating robots, one of which attacked the school with this serum that would interfere with powers, and abducted our friend Fantasia here. He wouldn't give us much information. There wasn't much that we could do as far as stopping him, and at one point Gigaflop even made a deal to stay behind and answer some questions, but he seemed, in my opinion, very creepy.
He was very nice, and he did not abduct me. He asked me if he could run experiments on me, and I said yes.
Yes, and what about the Pepsi that you mentioned? That he injected the tube that you were in with?
Oh, the Pepsi. It was very spicy. I did not like
The
it.
crystal Pepsi, yeah.
Yeah, the crystal Pepsi. It was not very good.
A word of advice: if someone, unless you know them very well and would entrust them with your life, they ask or attempt to do experiments on you, stop them or say no, whatever is necessary.
I love that it's still very ambiguous for Fantasia, because she would have probably been like, but I did know him very well. He introduced himself to me.
And
She'll never think we're worthy.
I would trust him with my life.
Just if you could help us with getting more intel on that facility, because we
Yes.
don't know if that's the origin of the threat or if he's working for someone else, that would be incredible.
a full like noir notebook is out. Where did you say this facility was? And can you tell me everything about this individual you saw?
I think as far as address, it's insert address here.
Yeah,
As far as
we
the
can.
description, yep. Yep.
As long
And then-
you can just tell me, is there any
Yeah.
detail of what you all found out that day that you want to obscure? Because otherwise we can just hand wave that part.
I say we just tell everything. Like, I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool.
Same.
Yeah, great. So a rundown later. All right, I'm going to get some folks together, and I'm going to personally investigate this tomorrow. Don't worry. We will have hopefully more answers soon.
Thank you very much. If any leads you could get us so we can further our investigation would be much appreciated, Mrs. Lilac.
And just to be clear, because you all as a group, I'm finding are very good at burying leads. Is there any other aspects of everything going on right now that we haven't talked about yet? Oh, real quick, do you mention, though, the connection with Rising Tide and the AV Club kid?
I think we would.
Okay.
That's been the thing that Sam's most obsessed with, like connecting that dot, because it seems like such a non sequitur. He's kind of obsessed with it.
You got it.
No, I think like if we were, I straight up think that at the sanctum, at the like sanctuary that Leah has, we have a whole board that has pictures and writing and like the red yarn that's connecting different things. I think we just lay it out for her because right now we have all of these individual pieces and we're trying to figure out how they connect and where to move forward. And the reason we came to this dinner was to do exactly this. Like, I don't think any of us are trying to obscure this.
Great. Sounds good. All right. Well, I'm going to have a lot of things to do tomorrow at work. Obviously, this investigation is going to be quite large, so I appreciate you all letting us know everything we need to know, and we will take it from here as far as trying to figure out how all these pieces connect. If you intend on trying on tugging at any more of these threads, I would ask that you definitely speak to us first, either one of us. But if this were all connected, or even if it is not, it seems very clear that this might be of a grade that is dangerous and not something anyone needs to run headlong into without proper preparation. Agreed?
We've been preparing.
Great. Tell me about it. All about it.
We've... the moment when you say something. Yeah, she said that without thinking, and immediately is like,
Where have you been? I'm assuming some amount of sparring, drills, regimens, right? Going through abilities and
yeah, no, absolutely. Currently been working on still the team building. We need to make sure that we trust each other with our lives, and I think we've helped prove that, because if we didn't, then, everything else would collapse under a weak foundation. So really, we've been in the team building stage, making sure that we all know that we have each other's back imperatively, as it were, mother.
Of course. An essential part of any good team.
We've done a great deal of virtual exercises, team building, doing everything we can through virtual simulations to critically problem solve. This is Jamie saying the resume of playing video games together. This is the resume version of that.
I think Ethan had something to say.
Oh no!
Okay.
No, I was just gonna say the whole time, like once Leia started talking about, oh my God, how did you just word it? The way you worded it, because you were like, oh my
trusting
God.
each other.
Team building.
Yeah, trusting each other and holding things up, like anything referring, all that, like kind of had a reference to the library. I mean, the museum collapsing. And the moment she started talking about that, he just started looking down and staring at the plate and just kind of, like his shoulders dropped and everything.
Oh no! I didn't want to make you feel bad about it. No.
So yeah, just so you guys know. Yeah.
Oh no!
Collapse later on.
Make sure we have a really solid foundation. Thinks of the foundation of the building breaking.
Yeah, that's it going through his mind, and he's just like, oh. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that mutual trust and communication as far as the order of battle, so to say, priorities, capabilities. Oh my goodness, we just got raided. Hello, Raiders. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Welcome to our Masks game, where the party is being chomped down to by our Legacy's mother, which is fun for everyone, except it's only fun for me and you, the wonderful audience. Thank you so much. Well, maybe I'm just slightly more old-fashioned, but I think that a bit of practical application is always necessary. Now, where have you been doing these virtual? Because I know that the school doesn't have the kind of facilities there. Do one of you
Takes
have?
race for training.
But I believe it was. I believe you said that looking at Jameson, that you were doing some kind of virtual training. Yeah.
Yes, it's called Steam Tabletop Simulator.
Sorry, what? It's called
Steam
what?
Tabletop Simulator.
Kind of like looks at your father like, I don't know what this she just said.
We play board games.
Yes, war games. Strategizing about what to do in the event of a mass battle.
They
And
have
Legos.
they have miniatures, so you can come up with situations, and we have to tactically problem solve in these virtual worlds. It's essentially something meant as a thought exercise to no, Adelaide, I love it. It's meant to assist us with our critical problem solving. That way we can go back and replay scenarios. That way when we're in the moment, we can try and make better assessments.
Great. It's great. I love thought exercises, although I think that coming in the next weeks, we're going to do more exercises because as much as tactical and critical thinking is important, don't worry. I'll see what we can do with this Steam, but it's important to have an environment where you can experiment with the physicality of these kinds of things. It's important to know how far each person, for instance, in a split second scenario, how far can each of you jump or run, right? If there was someone like 2 blocks away.
Jamie thought that was a legitimate question and not a hypothetical, and it's like, oh, I can do this, and disappears from the chair.
He'll be right back.
And then comes in from the clear opposite side of the room. But now the clothes are much, much baggier on her. And her hair is now super long. And she stops and has to roll up the sleeves. Her hair is just bleach white.
Wait, how are the sleeve situation? You rolled them up?
So it's a situation
Just like bunching.
They are down to here.
Okay. Oh, the
She
taper.
is
The
now
taper.
she went from 6'3" to 5'4".
That's really funny.
I just silently hand over a ponytail holder.
And puts it up in a bun. I can go very far very quickly. That was one of the smallest jumps I've made in a while, but the closest shadows that you've had, because this room has really good lighting, and I figured that going under the table would be inappropriate, was the opposite room.
Understood. Well, incredible. Do all of you know the exact answer for each other? If there was...
At the risk of, this is JB for a moment.
Yeah, please.
At the risk of stirring things a little too much, Gigaflop.
Keep stirring.
Gigaflop speaks up and says, Do you think this is a good use of your time to micromanage each one of our teammates?
Oh, fuck.
He is going to stand up for something, an adult move. So he's marking one Doom track to give it a shot.
I was waiting for a Doom move.
Ethan just goes,
Oh.
It is not commonplace for heroes to lord over and analyze other teams so completely when first meeting. So I'll give it a shot. Because y'all bumped my, savior? You bumped my savior up to +3, so let's give it a shot. Oh! Okay.
Okay, that's box
Ding.
cars. All right. Well, looking at the move, you choose to.
Listener can't keep doing what they're doing, picking apart my team, and they can't attack me without losing status or positions. Attack physically, emotionally, or mentally.
Yeah, socially.
Good move. Good move.
She looks at you just dead. Not smiling, not frowning, not mad, not sad, just. We can put the details and tactical conversations for another time, if you would prefer.
Earflop just says, that would probably be great. It would give us all time to relax and get to know one another a little better.
Splendid.
I think I'm looking more nervous than Ethan for once. I think I just need that on the record. I look fucking terrified.
Incredible. That was.
One thing I will say, I think I can only speak for myself, but I feel like we've all echoed this sentiment in one way or another. We do want to take care of each other and work together as well as we can as a team. And we're going to keep doing that. And that's what it seems like all these questions were pointed towards, right?
Yes. That is always the core that binds everything together. So
That's what we're going to do.
terrific.
Good. Spaghetti is wonderful.
Indeed.
I was about to ask even that. I was going to say, how is the spaghetti even?
Yeah. No, I think because you absolutely were reading that situation, right? Of she was just trying to pick every single little thing and tear us apart. And Jamie was just so, wait, I have to prove myself, right? That's why they did the power thing. You absolutely made the right call. And then in this situation, it's like, you know what? Fuck that. Hey, Leah, you did an awesome thing, and I'm going to tell you about it. Oh,
Thanks.
man.
Well, kind of very prim and properly dabs the completely spot, like didn't get any spaghetti sauce anywhere, but still like dabs her face, having finished her meal. That all being said, you all have given both of us a lot to follow up on and work with, and I'm sure we'll be doing this much more often so that we can get to know each other better and collaborate. If you will all excuse me, I do have a great deal that I already was following up on, but a lengthy report and information to create. Thank you. Well, you all are welcome in my home at any time. Look forward to working with you all, and we'll just give like a slight head nod, and we'll start walking away. And you know, it's got the like high school principal in the high heels through the hallway, click clack, resonating through these massive rooms.
Thing she said was polite, but
Oh,
I still gotta...
Leia's dad is still there, by the way.
I was going to say.
Yeah, so maybe. Yep, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Jamie would not
You
have done
absolutely
that.
know, it's
Jamie
fine.
would
It's
not have
really
done that.
funny that
No,
like
yeah.
Umbra's suffering in this situation.
Yeah, Nope, it's like there's a whole thought bubble then that is just a panel of, even though everything she said was nice, I feel like everything was just analyzing our every move, and I hate it. That
And in fact, Mr. Lilac is gonna yes, great meal. Let me get everyone's place. I insist. Clean up here. We'll have school, and I'm sure a lot to talk about.
Mr. Lilac.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I mean, I know I'm not a professional or anything, but Leia's an very important member of the team. She's brought she's just brought a lot to the team, and you guys have you have a great daughter, and you should be proud. So he's just gonna start shoveling in spaghetti.
I would like you to roll to pierce the mask.
All right.
So this is your mundane.
Okay. That's gonna be fine. That is a 6.
Okay. Mark potential.
Can we add a team to the pool?
I'm sorry, the audience has not read a team to the pool, and so Mr. Lilac will kind of smile and okay, Ruby. Normally the cast. Okay, I see how this is. Now, normally we leave this for the wonderful audience to interact with the game, but I'll let it slide this time. So we have.
I will say, to RF Chaos, someone named RF Chaos added a team to the pool.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I just saying, you know, that's not
really Spartacus ourselves for you bees.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's only one. There's one team in the pool. So go ahead. You get a reroll if you would like, or you may spend a team to. Okay. I can take these redemptions away. You 5.
How dare.
Can I just add 1 to make it a partial success?
Yes.
That's all we need today, kind sir. Please, sir, may I have 1 more?
You can ask me one question. As he was not prepared for that question, and you caught him a bit off guard, so I feel like you'd be able to get a sense of Mr. Lilac a little better.
Okay. So you said assess the situation, right?
Pierce the mask.
Oh, pierce the mask. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Pierce the mask. Oh, stop moving, you stupid thing. There we go.
And if none of them really work, you can ask me something that's a little off if you like, because I'm very nice like that. But
I don't know. You know, behind the curtain, Bees is also caught off by this question, so I was just trying to help out my friend. Geez, I can't think of, because he's not like, if it was the mom, yeah, all right, but like with him, he's just kind of been sitting there in his quiet, horrifying politeness. So
I mean, you could ask me as Ethan what he actually wants from you.
Well, I don't think Ethan, because Ethan doesn't want to know any. Ethan's just been quiet listening the whole time. He's just there as like.
I'm gonna say this is not a choice Ethan is making. Ethan like figures this out whether he wants to or not. Like this is not like Ethan
this is a
wants
Bees
to know.
situation.
This is Bees asks me a question.
So all right, so
that he
Bees
thinks
will ask. I guess what is Actually, I really just want to know how he feels about that.
About what you just said?
Yeah,
You
I want to get a read on him
Mhm.
at that. Yeah.
You think you couldn't have said like a better possible thing. He whereas we know his mother watched Leia get collapsed on by rubble. He's the person watching her just holding it up for minutes all by herself on repeat. He is he you can see him like stifle back, even like trying to just like explode with pride and gushing about his daughter in this moment. But and this is the restraint of just a large smile and looks kind of at you and at Leah intermittently saying, uh, I couldn't be more proud of Leah. I mean, you did so good, honey, and um, you know, also though, um, my daughter's a good judge of character, and don't think definitely would not have brought you all here if she didn't think you all were something special too. So, thank you very much, Ethan. I will grab the plates and walk off.
I guess you guys can come over whenever you want now.
Yeah, but for now, I guess I know I have homework to do, so I probably should try and head back.
Sam, Ethan, if you do ever just want to rest your head somewhere else for a few days, we have a ton of guest rooms. I don't think anyone would mind. Just wanted to throw it out there. Same for you, Fantasia. I mean, I guess all of you, if you ever want to have like a study sleepover sesh or something, that's a thing we could do. Phew. I'm tired.
Okay.
Do you guys want to order pizza?
No.
Fantasia, do you have a
Fantasia.
stomach?
But well,
We
he's
just
gonna.
ate. We
Do
just
you
ate
have a stomach?
spaghetti.
I also made a pizza for you.
Yeah.
I think she's saying she wants the pizza.
Did you eat the pizza?
Yeah.
Oh
You want another pizza? Where do you put it all?
Do you have multiple stomachs? Do you have a stomach?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know where it goes. My phone is telling me that I do not poop. So I don't know
Thanks,
where the food goes.
Hey Leia, I know most of tonight's been weird.
Oh, totally. I knew it was gonna be.
Well, no, like weird. I don't want to say traps, but
No, that's no.
like, was that a test? Did I fail it? Did I pass? Was it?
I think
I'm
you all
confused.
passed.
I don't know.
I think you all passed in the ways that make all of you unique and my friends.
Oh, okay.
It was really nice what you said, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank all of you for coming. Sam, how the fuck did you do that, by the way? How did you talk to her like that?
I don't fear your mother.
You may be one of the first people who's ever not. So, like, wear that with like a badge of
It
honor.
sure seems that way from her reaction to what I said.
I'm surprised you're still alive.
She could do
Good for
anything.
you.
She's a hero.
It felt
On
like
my planet, if you
well,
get in enough trouble, they just kill you. But you can come back in 500
Jesus
years, so it's not that bad.
Christ.
Wait, what?
Yeah. If you
Wait,
get in bad
what?
enough trouble, then you
Did you
just
say 500 years?
yeah, you can come back.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm new.
Oh. What counts as new?
I've never been born before until now.
that's incredible. Gives you a lot to explore, right?
Yeah. Lots of new flavors. We like pizza. But we don't have that. Yeah, no, I mean, but you just die if people get mad at you enough. It's fine.
I really want to go visit your planet just for
I don't
science
know if I do.
exploration.
Listen to
You
the
would probably-
music if you go. The music is one of the most bizarre things I've ever heard. It's so cool.
So like hyperpop but crazier.
They need more glottal sounds. Like a lot more glottal sounds.
Okay, like Gregorian chanting mixed with like hyper.
Yeah.
I can perform it.
Mhm.
Just last scene. Whatever way we continue. Just last scene is just Fantasia. Just
The end of the scene is
Yeah.
before we move on to the final panels is just like Fantasia serenading and
Yeah.
It's like that creepy text generator, like the Cthulhu kind of text.
Yeah,
That's
It's
what
like-
that's what the text is.
Like Gigaflop, you're like picking up all the frequencies that everyone else can't hear. That
Oh, yeah.
it's
Mhm.
most
All the
of the-
It's like
insects are
what is
quiet
it? Like
for
the
a mile.
Mongolian throat chanting, but it's like 13 instead of just like 2 or 3 or whatever
yeah,
they come with.
like
Yeah.
a bunch of dogs are like howling and like blocks down. Like,
Mhm.
The neighbors
Yeah.
get so pissed off.
yeah.
Yeah. And then yes.
Yes. So we cut. We're gonna cut over to Ethan and Sam's place of residence. A, not exceptional but cozy apartment building. So you both enter. You see your landlord. Who knows what else? No. You see Wojtek sitting at the kitchen table with someone else. You see in a perfectly crisp black suit, black tie, and a kind of briefcase next to the chair is a looks to be like late middle age man, South Asian descent, who is just sitting there like hands crossed, and as you both step in, stands up very slowly, like rebuttons the button, makes sure everything is still clean and crisp, and good evening.
Hey, hi.
My name is, well, you may simply call me Agent Epsilon, the founders, and I believe I have a conversation to have with you looking at armored nuclear gigaflop. And that's where we will end this episode. Oh, and don't worry, my wonderful audience. The redemption has been copy pasted into my notes. They are going to be forefront in my mind, and there will be a reckoning, and their name will be Spanky McGee. So thank you all so much for watching, however much you were able to catch. Before we talk a little bit more about what else you can check out here and all that good stuff, let's hear from these wonderful people, where you can find them when they're not being these wonderful, some of them apparently very socially adept superheroes. We are once again gonna go to randomness to see who's gonna start us off, and the dice have decided that our wonderful friend who was under the hot seat for so long this episode, the wonderful NB Dare. Where can we find you? Where do you do all
I've
your
not
amazing
suffered enough. Hi everyone, I'm Dare. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok at NBDare, ENBYDARE. I write games. I do a ton of content everywhere, but I also sell dice. So yeah, if you like dice, check out my friends at Die Hard Dice and use the promo code DARE for 15% off because it's holiday time. So they got an extra deal. If you like coffee, namely black-owned, queer-owned coffee businesses, recommend checking out grindingcoffee.co using the promo code DARE for 10% off there. They've just released a bunch of new flavors, so I'd recommend checking them out. And in terms of tabletop stuff, I have a fun thing coming up Wednesday. I'm going to be running a one-shot of Laser and Feelings. I can't quite reveal it yet because that gets revealed tomorrow, but check that out. And also, if you happen to like all-trans POC-led D&D actual plays set in a grimdark, gritty fantasy world ran by the incomparable Connie Chong, I'd recommend checking out Transplanar RPG in 2022, or checking out the VOD starting literally today, because I'll be on Transplanar starting next year. So please check that out.
Incredible. A consummate professional already has the spiel down to a T. We expect nothing less. Incredible. Speaking of consummate professionals, listen, I'm not great at segues. If you haven't found this out, let's move on to the wonderful Ruby Hart.
A gender fluid actor, streamer, speedrunner, along with playing the wonderful Umbra here, who panics a lot. So if you want to catch me, I am a full-time streamer. You can go over to my channel. My main game that I speedrun is Shadow of the Colossus, but I also know the speedruns to Untitled Goose Game, Eco. I'm learning the Lost Guardian speedrun. I'm learning the Hades speedrun, and I have a bunch of other games that I'm going to be adding to that list. It's just ever growing. I stream very regularly. You can check out my schedule. I not only have scheduled Let's Plays and speedrun days, but I also do community game nights and slumber party streams and all sorts of other stuff. So just check that out over on twitch.tv/RubyHeart. That's where you can find me. I also have a merch store on my website with chaotic wholesome mugs and babe shirts because I shout babe at Colossi a lot when I try and kill them and they don't cooperate with me. So yeah, that's the main thing that I do. I'm so glad to be a part of this series with these wonderful people, and yeah, that's me. That's the thing I do.
Incredibly moving. Incredible. Great. Please distract from my lack of English skills. Wonderful, Adelaide.
Yeah, I am Adelaide Gardner, or Adelaide on Twitter and every other social media you can find me on. You can find me here, obviously. You can find me on my partner Robert T. Reeves' channel, where we are playing his module that he wrote himself called the Fey Wild Hunt. Thank you. But what was our stream name called? He lives with me. The Lawful, the Chaotic, and the Ugly is the name of the stream. Thank you. He wrote it himself. It is a Fey Wild West adventure. It is super fun. I play Dolly Parton, who is a llama. I am also in the podcast Fey Forge Academy, which you can find on any podcaster of your choice that comes out on Fridays. Fucking love that game. I will also be at PAX Unplugged in 2 different panels, one of at least which will be streamed. So super excited for that. You'll see me in pink the entire weekend if you're going to be there. And next year, I am planning on doing multiple campaigns myself that I will be producing along with my partner Robert. And not this Robert, other Robert. Too many Roberts. Too many Roberts. Gotta kill one of them. He says, "Wow,
too many. I'm sorry.
Too many Robs."
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be lying if I didn't see it coming. I get it. Like,
and I think that's it.
You know,
That's it. We're just gonna say that's it. I don't know.
Wonderful. And
Listen.
hey, if you want to keep up or check and see if any of these wonderful people want it or missed anything, go follow them on Twitter.
It's all
All
there.
those social medias on those wonderful channel names right underneath their character names. Those are some Twitter @s and all that goodness. Speaking of someone with many things going on, at JB at Drop the Die.
Hello, friends and enemies. Hi, I'm JB. Most of you know me as Drop the Die. I have said friends and enemies on tweets a lot. I just started using it like in voice because I don't know. I wanted a thing. You should follow me on Twitter at Drop the Die. I have one more Ghost of Christmas giveaway coming up, I believe. Just the one more. We might have two. I can't remember. I'm currently house sitting and I'm like almost sick and I'm like barely strung out. But you can find all of my stuff, my portfolio. I am a tabletop RPG writer and designer. I also produce and manage all that kind of stuff. You can find most of those links and everything on Twitter or on my website, dropthedie.com. And if you like tea or coffee or dice or beard care products or anything like that, just come over to Twitter. I can help save you a little bit of money and I can point you in the right direction for some stuff you might like, especially for the holidays. Don't waste your money.
Truly incredible. And last but never least, we have our Big B's.
Hello, everyone. Big B's here. Follow me on Twitter at BigBs_, and that's about it right now. Yeah. Love you
Well,
guys. Happy to
busy
play.
time. And also follow BigBeats_ if you want to be directed to a host of other amazing creators.
Oh
As
yeah, I
one of this
spam
man's
retweets all the time.
greatest skills is finding and shouting out wonderful people like everyone at this beautiful table. So thank you so much. As far as we are in a bit of a downtime here at Roll for Chaos, letting everyone enjoy the holidays, a bit of a break as our main and lovely producer has a successful Kickstarter, Aether and Steamworks. Look it up. It's an incredible system that just had a successful Kickstarter. So for the most part, we will be chilling, which will give you plenty of time to watch Faithforge Academy. Well, listen to mainly Faithforge Academy, Transplanar RPG, Ruby Heart, all of these wonderful folks in whatever they do. So I believe the voice in my sky will tell me if there's. I believe there are some one shots coming up. Great, but if you just have not gotten enough Roll for Chaos, why? Good news! Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time, we have another Honeycomb Sting Aether and Steamworks one shot, which is going to be part of that successful Kickstarter, one of the multiple easy to get going one shots that the wonderful creator of the game has made for you all. So come join us then and see some true chaos. But other than that, stay wonderful. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and take care of yourselves. And you're worth it. You're enough.